Hello guys, welcome to Bugs in Code. The problem that I'm going to explain today is maximum triplet product. But before that, if you are new here and a person who likes stuff related to coding, then you can subscribe the channel so that you get notified when I post a new video. So let's get started. Here is the problem statement and it says that given an array ARR of size n, the task is to find the maximum triplet product. Okay, so the maximum triplet product is the product of any three element in this array. So if I have this array, then I have triplets like 1 2 3. I have 2 3 5. I have 1 3 5 and I have 1 2 5. Okay, let me find the product of these triplets as well. So if I write it, I will get 6. I will get 6 into 5, which is 30. I will get 15 here and I will get 5 into 2, which is 10. Okay, so out of all these values that I have, I'm going to return the maximum value. So this is what the maximum triplet product is, and hence 30 is going to be my output. Let me take one more example. If I have an array like this, so in this array I have like element as minus 3 minus 5 1 0 8 3 and minus 2, and if I multiply this minus 3 and minus 5, then I will get 15, and if I multiply this 15 with 8, and this is going to give me like 120, so 120 is going to be my output. And now I hope you guys got the clear understanding of the problem statement, and with this example you will get an understanding that okay, I can have like negative values as well in my array. You can see here even, and the maximum size of array that can be like 10 raised to the power 5. Okay, so now let me move to the solution. After looking at the problem, the first approach that comes to my mind is simply run three nested loops, and these loops are going to have like values which are all possible triplets that we can have, like x y z. If these are the values of the current triplet, then I'm going to find all the possible triplet using three nested loop, and I'm going to maximize the value of x multiplied by y multiplied by z. This is what the product is, like triplet product is, and I have to maximize it. Since I'm running three nested loops, so it is going to give me O of n cube as the time complexity. But we can optimize it, and even this is something which is going to give me time limit exceed, because it is having a very bad time complexity which is not acceptable. So what to do now? I'm going to move to the optimal approach that I can have. So let me write approach 2 here. If I have an array which is like minus 3, like I have an array which is, let's say, 1 2 3 4 5. You ask me to, hey, can you please tell me the maximum triplet product? I will say it's quite simple. You just pick any three elements. So what I had to do is, I can say that I have to pick three elements in this array which are going to give me the maximum product. Okay, so I will say it's quite simple. First, pick the largest element that I have, which is 5. After that, pick the second largest element that I have. After that, pick the third largest element that I have, which is 3. And it is surely going to give me the maximum product, which is 60. Okay. Now, by this, I will say, doesn't matter which array you give me, I'm simply going to return the product of three largest element, three largest elements, and it is surely going to give me the output. You will say, okay, this is the case, or this is the case, so I'm going to give you one more array which is like minus 6 minus 7 1 2 3 4 5. Now tell me what's the maximum product. I will close my eyes and I will say it's quite simple. First pick 5, then pick 4, then pick 7, and it is going to give me 60. And you will say, no man, it's wrong. Why don't you try minus 6 into minus 7 into 5, which is very close to, which is like 42 into 5, and 42 into 5 is surely going to be greater than the 60. Then I will say, oh my god, I'm missing one more case. The second case that I can have is like if I have an array and arrays containing negative values as well. So in that case, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to say that okay, I will include the smallest and the second smallest element as well, because if these elements are negative, then the multiplication of this these two elements is going to be positive and the largest. Okay, you will say okay, I understand what positive is, but why largest? In order to understand this, let me write -6 here and 1, 2, 3 here. I have this array. So if I take absolute value of each element, then I will have 6, 1, 2, 3, and now this value is largest in this array. So when we move, this is number line, and when we move here, then I see that as the value of as the value 1, 2, 3 increases, then it becomes larger. But here, if I see the absolute value, which is like I have values like -1, -2, -3, and if I take absolute value, then value is becoming larger as you move like far from the center point origin. So here we can make an observation that in order to make order to maximize the product, we have to choose the smallest element if they are negative. Okay, so I will say I will multiply the largest element with the smallest and the second smallest element that I have, because smallest and second smallest element when multiplied together are going to give me the positive value, and then I can use this positive value to find my maximum product by multiplying it with the largest element that I have. Okay, so I have found two things. If I write my two observations together, then I will say that the first is multiply multiply three largest elements. The second thing is multiply largest with smallest and second smallest. Quite simple. Now, if I write it mathematically, then I will write my answer is going to be max of largest into second largest into third largest that I have, comma largest into second smallest into smallest into second smallest that I have. So this is going to be my answer. Now the question is how to find the largest, second largest, third largest element and the smallest and second smallest. So if you are someone who already knows that how we are going to do it, then you can skip to the code part directly. But I'm going to explain it how to find the largest, second largest, and the third largest element. If I have an array like -3, -2, 1, 0, 8, and 3 and -4, I have this array. In this array, I'm going to run a loop from start to end, and current element will be represented by I. So here, what I can do is I can have three variables: largest, second largest, and the third largest. Okay, so I will check if my current element EL is greater than largest. If this is the case, then my largest will become element, no doubt. As if it is not greater than largest, okay, but if it is greater than the second largest, in that case, I am going to simply make my second largest equal to element. Okay, now else if these two conditions are not true and element is greater than the third largest, then I will simply do my third largest equals to element. But I want you to notice one thing here, like if I have this array and I have largest as -2, so I found that 1 is something which is greater than -2, and now I will make my largest as my element. But with this, my value of second largest and third largest will also change. How? If my largest is this 1, it has become 1. Then this -2, which was previously the largest, now it has become the second largest value. So my second largest value has now become the largest value that I have. The third largest value that I have previously is going to be of no use now, and the third largest value is the second largest value that we previously had. Okay, and similarly here, I'm not going to change the largest value, but third largest value is something which is going to change after that. It will become like the second largest value. This is how we are going to like find the largest, second largest, and the third. So I will say a loop from like I equals to 0 to I smaller than like, and element is my current element. So this is what we are going to do in order to find the largest, second largest, and third largest. This is all about this solution approach. So now let me move to the code part. This is the code that I have. Here you can see I have Java code, and okay, so this is the Java code, and here I have C++ code. What I'm simply doing is, first I have declared my variables like largest, second largest, third largest, and smallest and second smallest. After that, I have done the same here. After that, for each value in the array, I'm checking whether this value is greater than largest. These are the same condition that I have explained. So these are the condition for finding like the largest, second largest, and the third largest. But this is something which I have not explained you, but this is similar to the this process. So by doing with the completion of this loop, I will surely have like my largest, second largest, smallest, and second smallest, and the third largest. So at the end, I'm simply going to like return the maximum value of these two particular values, like smallest, second smallest, and the largest. And after that, largest, second largest, and the third largest. The same I'm doing in the C++ code as well. So this is all about this problem. I hope you guys like the solution. And if you like the solution, then hit the like button.